have access to it later. After you guys log in, go ahead and click on my dashboard. And I can show that to you on my screen too. All right, after you click on my dashboard, click on, I think it says Employability 101. And I'll walk through it with you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we're going to log in. And then we need to click my dashboard, Employment 101. And we're going to start with the pre-assessment this morning. And click right here for pre-assessment. So it's 25 questions. It shouldn't take too long. Go ahead and work through that. And I will check back in with you guys, let's say 10:50. Okay, so let's try to get this piece done ASAP and then we'll hop into our lessons. Does anyone have a question about how to get there? Okay, I don't see anything. All right, awesome. So go ahead, we'll check back in at 10:50, knock that pre-assessment out, and then we'll keep moving with our program here. If you need any questions, just let me know. Again, my name is Miss Brooks. I'll be here. I'm just going to mute myself and turn my video off. Yep, I can show that one more time. So let me go back to my screen. Okay, so you're going to illinoisworknet.com. And then you're going to log in. Once you get logged in, you're going to click my dashboard, Employment 101, and then take the pre-assessment. Zariah, can you go ahead and unmute and tell me what exactly you need help with? Miss Chapman, do I need to email them the invite? Zariah, you may be muted. I can't hear you. Okay.
So, which one's I supposed to take?
Supposed to take the pre-assessment. Do you want me to show you how to get there again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, that's the pre-assessment. It's that took it already.
I'm sorry.
It said the seminar.
Okay, your phone's cutting in and out real quick. Can you type it in chat for me? Okay, how many of you are able to work through the pre-assessment successfully? I just want to make sure we all aren't having issues with this. Is anyone done? All right, let's work for about another 8 minutes on the pre-assessment and then we'll get started. Okay, perfect. I see some of you guys are getting done. Lanaya, no, don't create a new account, please. Keep the one you have. Just maybe give it a second or refresh your screen if it isn't working right now. All right, how's everybody doing? Are we wrapping up with our pre-assessment? It's awfully quiet out there. Okay, some of you are finished, some of you are still working. All right, let's keep going. Mine is still saying error. Okay. Lanaya, did you X completely out, close all of your windows, and then open the internet in a fresh browser? Okay. All right, let's give people like 2 more minutes to wrap up, then we will keep going. Okay, if you're still working on your pre-assessment, keep going. I'm going to start rolling so we can get through everything that we need to get through today. Again, for those of you who hopped on later, oh, I do have a puppy. She should be quiet, so sorry if you hear her. But my name is Miss Brooks, and I am a teacher over at Manual. So last night we sent you guys a really, really long email with several links in it, several activities in it. Make sure you have that email handy because you'll be working on that today as we get through our information and our content. First, we're starting with job searches, though. All right, so keep that in mind. I don't want to talk for the full 4 hours, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would chime in whenever you have an example or if you have something relevant to add. I would appreciate that so much. All right, so in just a second, we're going to work through some job applications and job searches together. I'll demonstrate it and then I'll set you guys on your own to get that done. Okay. Keep in mind that even though I'm asking you guys to do a lot of information, at the end of the summer, you do have the opportunity to earn up to $500. So please don't feel like you're doing all of this work in vain. It will pay off. There are several examples now posted in the places where you'll post your assignments so that you can see how to do it correctly to get your full points. And like I said, at the end of the summer, you should get a nice payout. Okay? Any questions so far? All right, we will keep going. So if you guys have already completed a resume in like another program or with another teacher, if you're comfortable with how it is, go ahead and email that to me today. If you don't have one, we'll spend some time this afternoon working on creating one. If you already know what you would wear to an interview, you can take a picture of that and email it to me or post it to Flipgrid to save some time later. All right, so these are things that you can be doing as we're talking today to go ahead and knock those out. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break from talking. I want to hear from you guys. So let's do a quick introduction section. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. Tell me if you're working. Are you looking for work? Do you want a job, but you aren't really sure like how to get there? And if you could do any kind of work, what would you do? So go ahead and unmute your mics and someone go ahead and get us started, please. Kalia, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Are you working? Have you worked before?
Hi, And no, I'm not working, and I never worked before.
Okay. If you could do any kind of job, what kind of job would you do?
Um, if I could do any kind of job, it would to work in somebody's shop
Okay.
until I could get my own.
Like a hair shop, hair salon?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. You do hair?
Yes,
Very good. Excellent. Very good. So what do you think you're best at? Are you a braider? Do you do sew-ins?
a braider.
Nice. Excellent. Very good. Who else could share with us? Well, welcome. It was good to meet you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting me pick on you.
You're welcome.
All right. Who else can introduce themselves to us real quick? Brayden, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your work experience?
I never had like a work experience.
Okay, that's okay. If you could choose anything to do, what would you do for work?
I would do like fixing like technology things.
Nice, very cool. So you're into like IT?
Hmm.
Excellent. Good. Well, nice to meet you guys. If you are too shy to talk or whatever, definitely drop your information or whatever questions you have in the chat. I'm trying to do both. If I miss your chat, please don't be offended. I'll come back and get it later. Okay, so we were going to start with this video, but it was giving us issues in the last class. You do have the link for it in the email that we sent last night if you want to watch it. But basically, this guy's dream job is what he's currently doing every day. So he goes on crazy adventures, and his job is to just blog his experiences. It feeds into his vision, I guess, and his purpose for his life. He's doing what he sees as important to him. And I wanted to use that video to make note to you guys that even if you're just starting off with like a summertime job, try to make it align with like your future job as much as possible, right? So if you want to become an executive at some business later on, like working with people now and learning how to lead, especially in a team environment, will give you some really good transferable skills that you'd be able to use as an adult. Okay? So keep those in mind as you do your searches today and as you work with your coach. Okay, someone wants to do some truck driving. Very good. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about job searching. So, one of the first places that I personally like to look at is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And this is a good website because it gives you like projections for employment. So, let's say you wanted to, I don't know, build station wagons, right? So, if you were to type in a position like that into this website, it would probably tell you that the job outlook for that position is not going to last very long because no one drives station wagons anymore. Maybe that's not a good fit. Okay. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics, oh, my puppy's going crazy. I'm sorry if you hear her, is a really good starting point. Like if you think you want to be a nurse, it'll let you know like what the salary ranges are, what education is needed. What will nursing look like in 5 years? Will there still be a need for that job? So it's a really good place to get started. Okay. Several of us who have already applied for jobs have used search engines like Monster and Indeed. Those of you who have looked for jobs before, what other websites do you guys use to find your positions? Go ahead and unmute and let us know what search engines you use. Okay, Nicole in chat said she mostly uses Google. Good. Does anyone use like Snag a Job? That came up in our last class. People use that one often. Mostly Google, it looks like. Okay. But these are a couple places where you can search when you start to look for jobs. I'm going to walk through a job search with you guys here, and then I'm going to turn you guys on your own so that you can complete it by yourself. All right, so before we do that, though, let's talk about networking. How many of you guys have landed a really good opportunity, be it a job, a mentorship, anything like that, just based off of the people that you know. Does anyone have experience with this? This class would be so much better if we all actively engaged. I promise it wouldn't feel so boring. So don't be afraid to talk. Go ahead and take yourselves off of mute and let's talk through this. So networking is really important. If you have, like, if you're a member of a team or if you're really good at something and you're in a club, those are good opportunities to put yourself in front of other people. And sometimes just building the right relationship with one person leads to a really cool opportunity later on. Has anyone maybe been offered a job just because maybe mom or dad knew someone? Anything like that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Dennis says that he found his mentor. He found something through his mentor and his friends. Okay, good. I will say that this networking piece is really important. Like, it's sometimes, unfortunately, who you know can get you very far. So definitely work on building good relationships, um, and seeing where those relationships can take you. Another thing about networking on the social media aspect is that employers look through your networking accounts, right? So please don't put up anything embarrassing on your profiles. Definitely check your email addresses, especially when you're starting to apply for things. Make sure that it's something professional. What we don't want to do is have you guys start applying for jobs and have, something compromising on your social media accounts. So before we go through and start putting all of your information out there for employers to look at, take a quick look at what your profiles look like, okay? Make sure you have a decent profile picture. Like a headshot is probably best for now. Look through all of your posts and everything that you're tagged in. Make sure that whatever is out there, you'd be okay with your future boss seeing. If not, go ahead and take it down. If you have to totally deactivate your accounts for a bit, that's okay too. It's just really important to not compromise yourself, especially when someone is going to hire you to represent their company. Any questions right now?
No.
You good?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so now I want to walk you guys through a job search. I want to do it on my screen as a model, and then I want you guys to do a few on your own. Okay? How many of you guys are already pretty comfortable with searching for jobs? Or is this totally new for most of us?
It's new.
I'm pretty
It's
comfortable.
it's new, some are pretty comfortable. Okay. Awesome. Um, for those of you who have done this before, this will probably be a review. If not, let me go ahead and get Google pulled up and then I will show you guys my screen. Okay, so as I search for a waitressing job, I want you guys to look at how recent the posting was listed, if we recognize the company, okay, if there are any reviews, and which one I should probably apply for first, okay? Can you guys all see my Google screen?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so I see a position at Olive Garden, Longhorn, and Applebee's. So look through these. Which one of these should I apply for first? What do you think? And why? Do we recognize all of these companies? Have we heard of these restaurants before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I would be comfortable with that. And I only mention that because you are about to give personal information to somebody, right? When you fill out these applications, you want to do a little bit of research if you don't recognize the company, just to make sure that it's legit. because you don't want to willingly give your information to some place if you don't really know if it's real or not. So keep that in mind. All right, so we know about Olive Garden, we know about Longhorn, we know about Applebee's. Which one was posted the most recently?
Olive Garden.
Okay. Olive Garden,
Right.
how many days ago was that?
9.
No.
Which one is the newest?
Well, I can't see.
Olive Garden is. Olive Garden was posted 9 days ago, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it also shows me here that they're looking for a full-time position. I only want to work 12 hours a week. So what do you guys think about that? Should I still apply for it or not? What would you guys do? If they're posting for a full-time position, but I can only dedicate 12 hours, not 40 hours, would you still apply for that job or would you pass that one?
Just apply for all of them.
You would? Why? Why would you still apply for all of them?
Just so you can get an application in case
Okay.
one falls through.
Okay. Even if you can't dedicate the full 40 hours to them?
I mean, a job's a job.
Okay.
If you at least submit to all of them, then if one falls through, then you have backups.
Good. So I like the idea of apply for all of them in case one falls through. I do like that. But I also think that it's important to pay attention to what they're asking for in the posting. So if I know that I'm looking for a part-time job, but they have a full-time job opening, some managers may be willing to work with that, others may not, right? So keep that in mind. If you are really interested in the position and like working at Olive Garden would be perfect for you, you love this place, but you just can only do like 20 of the 40 hours, maybe still apply and have the conversation if you get invited for an interview. If not, though, please just apply for the jobs that you know that you can commit to. So if you know that working full time, if they ask you to do that would be totally out of the question, you don't have that much time to give, then don't apply for that job. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to say that I can work full time and that I'm okay with Olive Garden. It was posted 9 days ago, so I'm good with that. So I'm going to click on this to apply. A lot of these will have you create an account with someone else before getting to the application. If you're okay with that, more than likely these companies will send you job openings like frequently. So keep that in mind before you make these accounts on these websites. But if I wanted to do Glassdoor, I would just click that, of course, click the apply now button, and I would enter my information. Okay. Are you guys with me so far?
Yes.
All right. So this one, of course, it wants you to create an account, and we can do that. I don't want to be email jobs, so I'm just going to unclick that and click next. All right, and then it takes us to the job application. Now, I'm going to have you guys in a minute go through and find 3 jobs that you would like, and you're going to apply for one of them. The one that you're going to apply for, you're going to need to keep the link so that you don't have to search for it later. And once you get to the application screen, just highlight your link, right-click it, and copy it, or do Control plus the C button, okay? And then I'll show you where you'll post that in a minute. So far, so good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go back to our PowerPoint and keep it moving. Okay, so maybe. Let's get the right thing pulled up here. All right, so in your emails from last night, if you guys could pull that up, we're going to open the Padlet for jobs, and I can also drop the web address in the chat box here. So we've already completed the first thing, which was our pre-assessment. So we are right on track. Next, we're going to do a job search, and you're going to post the jobs that you are interested in. Okay? So we are going to Padlet. Oh. And in this screen here, once you get it open, you will see so many examples of what your post should look like. So that should be really helpful. Here's the link in chat. And then I'll show you guys the Padlet screen too. Okay, so let's look at Amaya's right here. So what you're going to do is go on a job search, okay? Find 3 jobs that you're interested in this summer. Make sure that they're jobs where if they called you tomorrow for an interview, you already have the skills to do that position, right? So if you don't have a degree in education and a teacher's license yet, you wouldn't be applying for a job to work as a teacher. Does that make sense? I know that was a stretched example, but just to make sure you guys know what I mean. All right, so go on a job search, find 3 jobs. Amaya is interested in working at Five Below. So she put that link to that application right here. So this is the one she's going to apply for. She's also interested in working at JCPenney's and Starbucks. Okay. Please make sure you put your name in your post. Some of these don't have names. And of course, if you don't have a name, I can't enter it in for you to get paid for this later. So make sure your name is in it. Excuse me. It also should have a sentence explaining the skills that you currently have to do these jobs. So I'll see if I can find mine. Well, here's one. So if we look at this one over here, it says, I feel I would be a great server because I have diplomacy, and I just moved it. But basically, you're going to write a sentence about why you have the skills or why you feel that you would be a good fit for these jobs. Okay? Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. On the bottom of this screen, to add a new post, there is a circle with a plus sign. So you would just click that, type in your information, and just click out of the post to post it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So it is 11:10. Let's do this until 11:30, and I'll check back in with you guys. I'm still here, though, so if you have questions, let me know. You guys got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Yep, Kalia. So what we're doing is we are using that Padlet link right above your message. So click that link to open. Then you are looking for 3 jobs that you'd be interested in working this summer. All right. So once you find your 3, go ahead and put the name of the job, the location, or the name of the business, and job for sure that you put the link to the one that you're most interested in within your post. All right, I see some of you guys are already getting it done. Good job. Keep going. All right, you guys, keep on working. You guys are doing awesome. Make sure that you are putting your name in the post. I want to give everyone their points, but I cannot do that if they all say anonymous. So make sure you're putting your names in, okay? Also, it'll save you a step to have the application link in now. At the end of the day, you'll have to send me a confirmation from your job that you've applied for, and it just saves time to already have the link. So make sure that you have the link. That'll take you right to the application. Also, don't forget a sentence about how you feel that you qualify for the jobs that you have. But you guys are doing awesome. Very good job this morning so far. All right, how are we doing on this? Do you guys need like 5 more minutes? Are we about done? How are you guys feeling with this assignment? Are you ready to move on?
I'm just finishing putting the links in the box.
Okay, awesome. All right, you guys keep on working. Just reviewing some of the posts that you guys have already entered. I am seeing several without your name. So remember, at the end of the summer, you have the opportunity to make $500 based off of the work that, partly based off of the work that you're doing now. So make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Make sure you're following all the directions. Please make sure that you put your name in everything. Okay. Speaking of names, so if any of you guys did the surveys that were in the email that I sent to you last night, if you did not do the surveys from a Microsoft account, so if you used your Gmail or your iCloud or Yahoo email addresses, please send me an email letting me know that you've completed the surveys. If you don't use Microsoft, it shows up as an anonymous user completed the surveys, and I can't give you points because I don't know who that is. So if you've already completed any surveys, or if you are planning on doing them today, once they're done, shoot me a quick email letting me know that you completed it so I can make sure that you get the points that you deserve to have, okay? Let me know if you have any questions as we go through these modules today. All right, how are we doing? You guys done? Still working?
I'm finished.
Okay. All right, so let's keep going. If you're still working, keep doing your thing, but try to listen and work at the same time. We are going to move into module 2, which is about a resume. So who already has this done? Like, who can tell me real quick, what is a resume? What should that look like? What do you put on there? What is that exactly?
Like your skills.
hmm It's usually like a one-page document that highlights who you are, your experiences, and the skills that you have for working. Okay. So considering that some of you have never had a job before, what do you think you should put on your resume when I ask you for your employment history? What would you put?
Like clubs in school.
Yeah, good. Perfect. Like clubs in school, like if you babysit for someone, like if you do children's church on Sundays, if you've mowed yards, like if you've been a member of a sports team, like all of those can go in place of the work experience part of your resume. So even if you don't have a lot of work, you can still put them down. It'll be fine. You guys started. Okay, so here we are going to go through some vocabulary. I'm not going to read the definition because you guys can do that on your own, but I do want to talk about them. And so I will need your help with coming up with examples for this part. All right. So when we are talking about employability skills and what you should have going into a place of employment, this is what we're talking about. So first you have to be ethical. So that means that you can demonstrate integrity, which means treating people with fairness and respect. You can persevere and you have a positive attitude. So someone go ahead and share like an example or give me an idea of what this looks like. If I say you need to make sure you're being ethical, using the definition here, give me an example of what ethical would look like. Give me an example of how you can treat someone with respect or have a positive attitude. What do you guys think? Rashawn, what do you think? Are you guys still with me?
Are you basically saying how would you treat somebody in this case? Is that what you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how would that look? What if somebody had a different background or different belief from you and you didn't agree with it? How would you still show respect in that situation?
Basically, you would tell them like what you believe in, but you respect their beliefs.
Right, exactly. So you would still, listen, and take into consideration what they have to say. You don't have to change your mind, but you could even like respectfully disagree and just say it that way. Like, I hear what you're saying, but I respectfully disagree with you and just keep it moving, right? Positive attitudes are important, especially at work. We don't always feel like doing the job that we have to do, but that doesn't have anything to do with the commitment that you made. So it is important to, keep your positivity and your attitude well. Keep that good while you're going to work and while you're looking for jobs. All right, so the next thing is work ethic, and this just speaks to your dependability and your professionalism. I think we've all seen examples of what unprofessional behavior looks like. So we want to make sure we avoid that and that we are dependable. What do we mean when we say, like, can we depend on you? Like, if we're going to hire you, we need to make sure that you're dependable. What does that mean?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. If we are going to offer you a job and we say we want to make sure that we can depend on you, what are they saying? What does that mean?
You can get the job done.
Right. They want to make sure that you can get the job done. They want to make sure that you come on time and that you come when you're scheduled to work and that you're committed to the position. All right. What about professionalism? I think it may be easier to talk about what it looks like to be unprofessional. So, what does it look like to be unprofessional in the workplace? I think we've all had experiences with this.
Coming unprepared.
Right, coming unprepared. What about if you are in a position where you deal with customers? What would something, um, what would an unprofessional example look like?
Arguing back or just going back and forth with the customer.
Good, exactly. What about in terms of dressing for work? What would an outfit look like if it was unprofessional? Like if you've seen it, you'd be like, maybe that wasn't a good choice for work. What do you think?
Yeah.
So maybe like if your job requires uniforms and you don't wear uniform, or if you can wear whatever you like, but if you're wearing something that's too loose or too tight, like all of those would be unprofessional, right? So it's important that you that you maintain a professional demeanor at work. All right. So have your appearance on point, understand what they need you to do. Um, have self-control, like know when it's appropriate to respond and when it isn't. So all of those are important job skills to have. And then our last two are teamwork and communication skills. So when you're communicating, make sure that you're listening actively, right? Not just listening to respond or to argue back or anything like that. Make sure you're really hearing out that person's concerns, and that you're communicating clearly. All right. Teamwork, make sure that you are able to work well with others, even if that's not your thing. Definitely put forth the work to get that done and to work well with other people. Okay. So, out of these four terms, which do you think you're really good at and which do you think you may need more practice with? For myself, teamwork would be hard for me, just because like I do prefer to work independently sometimes. Even in high school, I hated group work, but that's something I'm aware of and that I work on all the time. So, what about you guys? What do you think?
I would have to say because I like doing stuff by myself.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I like doing things alone. So sometimes when I have to work on a team, I'm like, oh boy, I get a little stressed about it, but it turns out fine. It's just, I feel more productive when I work alone. But it's just something to be aware of, and definitely be intentional in, practicing the areas where we need a little bit more help so that we can be as successful as possible when we do have to be in situations that make us uncomfortable. Okay? All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started on our resumes. How many of you have already sent one to me?
I didn't get to
I,
do
I
mine.
think I think I did.
Okay. If you already sent one to me, I'm going to have you guys get started on something else. But if you haven't, we're going to start it now. All right. So I'm going to send this video. I'll play it on my screen, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. So I'm going to send it to you too. Go ahead and watch this quick video about creating a resume. If you have, send it to me. But if it doesn't look like what I'm about to show you in this video, edit it and then send me another copy. Okay? So if everyone can watch this, we will come back and then I'll give you your next steps. Okay? So let me know when your video is done. And like I said, I'll play it, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear it.
Reshawn Smith. I picked him because I think I recruited him. He was one of my I had, what did I have? I had TUZ. I thought I called him. Right. And right. But I'm saying I picked him because I thought I could call him. But yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm going over now. Yeah, I put her 20.
All right, you guys, let me know when you are done with the video.
I sent you my resume on a message.
Okay, who am I speaking with?
Bradley Kroll, should be BK.
Okay. Thank you. Is everyone else still watching?
Yeah. Also, I had a reference page, but I can't find that, so I'm gonna see if someone can send that to me.
Okay, awesome. That would be helpful.
I just
All right. Okay, perfect. So what did you guys take away from the resume video? What's one thing that you can apply when you create your own resume from what you just watched?
Well, we have to tell them about our like what we're good at.
Uh-huh.
And stuff.
Yep. Very good. What else did you guys learn from the video? Or something that may have been interesting?
Experience, achievements, volunteering.
Right. So again, just to reinforce what I already said earlier, even if you don't have job experience, there's plenty that you can come up with to put on your resumes. Okay. So last night in the email, if you guys can mute for me real quick, I sent you guys a resume template. So if you don't have a resume done, in just a moment, I want you to go to your email, pull up the one I sent you last night, and you should have a resume template there. It should look like this. And all you're going to do is type over the information and create a resume of your own. All right. So as we learned in the video, it is important for everything to be consistent, for everything to look nice and neat. We don't have to go into crazy detail on our resume because that'll be what our interview is for, right? So, let me just mute. I heard some background noise. 1 second. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull up the template that looks like this, and you're literally just going to click over it and put your information in. So, my name is Jennifer Brooks. My address is 123 North Main Street. And my phone number is 309-123-4567. And my email is liljen@gmail.com. I don't want to give them any easy access to my social media. So I'm not going to put a LinkedIn. I'm definitely not going to put my Twitter handle. I'm going to take all of that out, right? So if we just look at the information that I just typed in here, there are several errors. Okay, so take a good look at it and tell me what is wrong with the information that I just submitted for my resume header. What's wrong with it?
your address.
The name.
I mean, lowercase.
Okay, what's wrong with the name?
The last name is in bold letters.
Good catch. So we're either going to do all bold or all regular font, okay? We don't want any inconsistencies. That is an example of an inconsistency, all right? Also look at the colors. So this looks gray and then Brooks looks black. So we definitely want to fix that, okay? We need everything consistent. All right, what about the address and phone number? How does that look? Does that look okay?
Very lowercase.
Yep, everything is lowercase. So north, if you're doing an abbreviation for a directional, or for a direction, we don't want it lowercase. So it should be north, capital N period. All right. Main is a proper noun, so that needs to be capitalized. And then street needs to be capitalized, the period at the end because we abbreviated it. Good. What about the phone number? Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, you need like dashes or parentheses.
Right, exactly. So we can either make it look like this with the parentheses, 309 with a space, 123 and a dash, or take the parentheses out and put your dashes in. All of these details matter, okay? So they seem very trivial, but this could be the reason why you don't get called back. So make sure you format everything correctly. What about my email address? Is this acceptable?
No, not really.
No, not really, right? Like I'm 31. I should be above being called Lil Jen, right? So we're going to change that.
Here,
Just so
guys, I got a good question. Since I already
it.
sent you mine, do I still have to do this?
Is everything right on it?
Yeah, you just have to look at it.
Are there any edits that you can make?
Nope.
Okay. Then you just hold on. I'll have something else for you to do in a second. All right. So make sure that your email address looks right. Okay. Make sure that it's professional. Okay. In the video, he said that you don't have to have an objective statement. I'm okay if you don't. So you can totally remove that piece. Okay. For the experience, if you don't have a job, like we said, that's okay. So we're going to just make up some experience that we do have. So let's say from August of 2019 to now, I still do this. Let's say I babysit for a family friend. Okay. And then I would describe what that looks like.
It's till 1 o'clock.
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay. Do you guys all have the email accessible from last night?
What's the email?
So last night I sent you guys an email, and it has your template in it for your resume.
Good. How you doing today?
It's the same email that had the link for the call.
Okay, so
My mom used her email, so she must have got it.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys then to take a quick break then to find your email. Type done in the chat once you have it up. All right. It has a template for your resume. I can let you know what time I sent the email so you can go back through your inbox and find it exactly.
Yes, can you tell me the time, please?
Yep, so it was sent last night at 5:34. So go back through your inbox last night, 5:34. You should have it from me. And it should be attached. If not, I'll just reattach it now.
I gotta find it because I do not have it.
That's okay. If you can't find it, I'm going to send a copy again, so maybe it'll bump it up to the top for you.
yes, I can.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, can you send another copy, please?
Yep, no problem.
Okay. And his name is Alex.
All right, so that should be coming to you guys any second.
The only thing on here that is.
I'm gonna make sure you have my email because I did have to use my mom's because mine wasn't working.
Perfect. That'd be awesome if you could do that. All right, so to those of you who have already sent me your resume, make sure that you go through, you should have the email now because I just sent it again. Go through that and make sure you have your youth summer employment survey done and your Casey's life skills surveys completed.
Okay, I just sent you my email.
Okay. Where did you send the email to? Did you email me or did you put it in chat?
I just messaged you.
Okay. There you are.
I got the resume.
All right. If you don't have what you need, please let me know so I can make sure that you have everything.
Hey, how you doing today? Good, good. Well, I got these autos by
Okay, Nyla, make sure that that came through.
9 or 10.
Okay.
Yep. Because our boss is wanting to interview you as soon as possible.
I just got it.
Okay, perfect. So right now, go ahead and work on your resume. I'm here. If you have questions, if you want to share your screen with me, I'm happy to help. If you have already sent your resume, go ahead and work on the Casey's Life Skills or the Youth Employment Survey, also in that email I just sent. If those are done, then there is another thing you can do, but just let me know if you're that far, because I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay?
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. So let's do this for about, let's do like 20 minutes. And then before we break for lunch, I'll see where we are. All right, everybody?
All these emails.
I know, it's a lot.
Well, so like, am I looking for mine?
You are looking at yours, Nyla. I just sent it to you directly. And it should say resume template.
Is there a way you can check to see if I did all the surveys? I believe I already did them all.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Am I speaking with Braden who said that? I'm
No, this
sorry.
is Bradley Kroll and BK.
Okay, hold on, Bradley, let me look.
So I'll just knock them all out right now. Because I'm the one that's already created my resume a while back. I already sent it to you.
Okay, here it is.
This is straight white.
Okay.
Okay, Bradley, I don't see anything with your name on it regarding the surveys, but that doesn't mean that you didn't do it. So the Casey's Life Skills Survey showed up in two separate links. It was a really long one, and it was broken down into like life skills, money management skills. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Is there any way you can just send them again?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll drop it in the chat for you, okay?
All right, thanks.
Yep. All right. If you guys need help with your resume, definitely let me know, okay? Let me know if you
I
have questions.
can't edit this out. I don't know what's.
At the top of your screen, does it say like read only or you need to download a copy or something like that?
Yeah, it says read only.
Okay. Is there a button next to it to click to like download a copy of it or anything?
Uh, I mean, can I save it?
Yeah, try that. Or if you want to show me your screen, I can walk you through what to click.
Yeah, let me go ahead and.
Okay, what is that arrow, that drop down arrow at the top?
Right here,
Yeah.
it says save as copy and dismiss.
Do you save as copy or save a copy?
Okay.
Try this device. See if that does anything.
Oh, yeah, I'm already.
Documents. Okay. I need it to allow you to type in it. So is it doing that yet?
I mean, it says save.
What does that say? Save. Okay. Click save.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Yeah. Going where? My girl Nyla right now is one.
Do I clear this top piece?
This objective statement, yeah, you can take that statement piece out.
Yeah, it says to replace this text.
Yep, you don't need to do that one. Just start with the experience part.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the surveys.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, date from. Date from.
So remember, if it's a job that you're still doing, that last date can just say present.
They get it in the email and they get it out the email, send it back, sign. Let me drop it off. I'll come back and get it. So, yep, I'm up to see if she can print some off of it.
If you have all of this done so far, make sure you have your interview outfit sent to me or posted on Flipgrid. If you don't, that's fine. Keep on working. We'll get you there this afternoon.
Okay, so if you don't have experience, do you like just leave it blank?
Nope, we're gonna find something to put there. So, do you do any volunteer work?
But you got your,
I mean,
what you do,
I
you
did
send it
in
from the
school.
email to your
That counts.
regular email?
So what was it? What'd you do?
We picked up trash from the streets
You got your-
and we just
you got
like
your school
cleared
email on
the
your
grass,
phone.
like
Perfect.
picking up
Good.
trash.
So do you remember the month and year that you did that? Or when you started it?
I think it was 2019
Okay.
or 18. I think it was 2018.
Was it like in the summer, in the winter?
It was like
fall?
in the summer.
Okay. So just put summer 2019, or did you stop that summer as well?
Yeah.
All right. So do like May 2019 through August 2019 for your dates. And then for the job title, put like community cleanup.
All right, let me call James and see what's wrong with his email.
May 2019 and
then keep that dash there.
Mhm.
And then put August 2019. Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
All right.
How do I make a reference sheet?
How do you make a what? I'm sorry.
Reference sheet.
A reference sheet would be like 3 people that your job could call who would vouch for you, who would give them a good recommendation. So all you would do is put their names and their phone numbers or their email addresses. I don't need you guys to do that right now. So if it's asking for that on the template, go ahead and just take that off. You don't have to do that. But once your resumes are done, please save them to your device and send it to me so I can get it over to your job coach once they are assigned. When you're done, if you haven't done the surveys, if you scroll up a bit in the chat, you'll see 2 links from forms.office.com. You can knock those out before we go to lunch. And again, with the surveys, please send me a note letting me know that you completed it. And if you could even drop the time that you think you completed it, that would be awesome for me so I can give you credit. Nyla, you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It just cleared my thing.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Now I gotta put the months back. Okay, so you said May 19th through August 19th.
Yep, do May space 2019 through August space 2019.
I wish the screen would stop moving. Okay, so is this good? My phone acting up, but
Yep, perfect. That's exactly how that should look. Um, so for the job title, do you like volunteer community cleanup?
so for job title, I put here, and for company, I put clean up.
Yep, that works. D'Amber, did you have a question? I seen that you raised your hand.
Oh no, that was lady a little while ago.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Are y'all good now?
I got a quick question.
Okay. What's up, brother?
I did my resume. I did both of the surveys. Do you want me to do anything else?
Can you post an interview outfit? Did you do that already?
No, I can post an interview outfit. Just show you the clothes. Is that what you want?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Or you can email it to me, or if you want to just describe it, you can just write it out. But
Dress shoes, black dress pants, black dress shoes, and a collared shirt. Dress shirt.
okay. Do you have all of that stuff already?
Yeah, I have everything.
Okay. Good. All right. You can. I'm going to need you to email it to me though, because I will forget that you just told me that. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, you're fine. I can send you a picture.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, so under the volunteer, when it's asking like to describe your responsibilities and stuff, is it asking like describe the responsibilities of cleaning up the environment, or like?
Yep. So describe what you did. So describe what your responsibilities were. So for you, I would say you did it with other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I demonstrated teamwork, working in a group as we planned our cleanup route, right? So they'll be like, oh, okay, so she has experience working with other people. Okay, so that's one thing you can say. You can also say that um, you know, gave your time back into your community by helping to make sure the environment was safe, right? That's the point of cleaning it up. You know what I mean? So whatever you write it in a way that they can see that you have good skills, right? If you just tell me that I cleaned up glass, okay, that's great. But what skill is that going to bring to my job? You know what I mean? So
Right.
make sure it's just all in the way that you word it. So just word it in a way that they can see that you have really good value and skills to bring to them. And let me know if you need help with any phrasing. I'd be happy to help with that. So some of you are done with everything so far, which is awesome. If you're not, that's okay. It's just fine. If you want to hop off the call, come back at 1:30. Definitely check your time because I could be telling you the wrong time. Come back at 1:30. Use the same link, the same way you got in, and we're going to power through some more content, okay? But if you don't have a question for me, if you don't need resume help, if you're done with your surveys, hop off. See you guys at 1:30 and enjoy your lunch. If you're still working, stay on with me. Okay.
Okay.
Try to send it again. I'll just call you. But that's the correct address? Okay, I'll try it again. If not, I'll just bring it by. Okay.
Okay, for the second one, it says job title and company. Do I have to like do another, do another thing or?
Yep. If you have another example you can think of, go ahead and put another one. If you don't, they can tell that you don't have job experience yet, and that's okay. Just make sure you have one.
I mean, I've babysitted before.
Yes, that's a great one. Put that down. Put that one down. Kalia, can you show me your screen so I can see what it's telling you? You may need to download a copy of it so that you can type in it that way.
Were you able to get my picture?
Yep, I got you. You're all good.
Not good.
Well, when was the last time I babysitted? I think it was like 2015.
Bradley, if you want to hop off until 1:30, you can. It sounds like you've gotten everything done so far.
All right, sounds good.
All right, see you then.
Yeah, bye.
I don't remember the month where I had to babysit.
That's okay. How long have you been doing it for?
She would like just bring her kids over like maybe 2 times a week. She wasn't bringing them over that long though. It only probably lasts like 3 weeks or something.
Do you remember, like if you were doing this as like a freshman, like
I think I
around,
was a sophomore.
okay. What year were you a sophomore?
2017. No, 2018.
So just do, was it like during the summer?
Yeah.
So just do like June 2018 through whenever you stopped. Yep, Kalia, I was asking if you could show me your screen so I can see what it says and maybe we can work through it together.
Alright, so for the job, I put babysitting, right? Or do I put that for the company?
For the job, put babysitter. And then for the company, put like family friend or the mom's name, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Okay. Lanaya, do you have a question? Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes. For the education degree title, it's two of them. Do I put it for? Can I use one, or do I use both?
So most of us may just use one. If you already have a college degree or if you're in college, you can do both. The first one, just put like the month and year that you were a freshman. So August 20, whatever. Okay. If you're still in high school, keep the dash and then say present instead of the second date. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you have started college or completed college, the second line would be for that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
you ever had a job before? Work on. So, did your mom up front?
Yep, you guys remember to email me your resumes when you're done.
Go get her.
Please try to make sure that I have those today.
I don't know if you
Okay.
plan to or not. I don't want to get started not knowing what she does.
Rashawn, good. Don't forget to do the assessments too, your surveys.
Okay, so for babysitter, I make sure they have a good time. I do simple meals and prep or snack prep and getting them ready for bed.
Good. Perfect.
Okay. Education month year. So for education, are they asking for the month and the year like now or?
Yeah, so do the month and the year that you started high school. So August, whatever year you were a freshman. Are you still in high school right now?
Yeah.
So then you would just do dash, and instead of putting a second date, you would just put present.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I did this right.
Okay.
Miss Brooks?
Uh-huh. Can you guys hear me? How you guys doing?
Fine.
Okay. All right, so we are just about out of time with our session. So you guys keep working through. Nyla, you can still show me what you need to show me. That's fine.
Make sure.
Try to sit a day. And make sure you guys are back on here at 1:30 so we can get through the final section of our class, okay? Use the same information, the same login that you did to get into this one.
Okay, I can video chat you. So I put August 2017 and then I just put present. So does that work?
Yep, that's good. Perfect. And just put high school diploma if it asks you for the degree type.
Mhm.
Just put high school diploma there. All right. Okay, if you guys have any questions over lunch, you can still use this chat feature or email me, okay? Otherwise, take a break, stretch, eat something, and then come back to the same call at 1:30.
Ms. Brooks,
Yes?
did Deontay Anderson check in?
That does not sound familiar. Was it today? When was he
Yeah.
supposed to?
Yeah, he should be on there today.
Okay, hold on real quick. I can check the participants before we hang up. No, sir. No Deontay.
All right, thank you. So
Yep, no
class starts
problem.
again at 1:30?
Yep, our second session is 1:30, and then Monday we'll have another one.
Okay.
Okay.
And now, is he allowed to come to the second session then this afternoon and then?
As long as he does the first session Monday,
Right.
that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Will you
Thank
shoot
you.
me a note if you guys decide to do that though, so I can keep track?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, you guys, go ahead and break. Come back at 1:30. I know we asked you guys to do a lot, but I promise it'll pay off. All right. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you in an hour.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay, the ones that are dying, we just need how many more do you need?
I think we had 2 docs.
Okay, can I talk to you?
Actually, is it just 1 or is it 2?
All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your lunch. All right, so just keep in mind that this meeting is still being recorded. You will have access to this after class. If you missed anything, you can definitely go back.
Okay, I kept looking at the front of my eyes. Is this my Facebook friend? Yeah.
So maybe you guys work together.
Beyond.
Okay,
you.
let's just wait another minute or two to get everyone in here. While we wait, please go ahead and pull up Illinois WorkNet one more time. We have another assessment we're going to do. So go ahead and get that started. I'll drop the link in the chat again in case you've forgotten where to go for that.
My other computer died.
What time is this meeting end?
3:30.
Required for everything.
All right, so in the chat, you should have the link again. We're going back to Illinois WorkNet. Go ahead when you get there, get logged in. Thank you to everyone who submitted their work over break. You guys did awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Torreson, because he called me earlier.
Okay. So when you get back to Illinois WorkNet, we're going to click on Dashboard again. Let me know when you guys are there. All right, and then we're going to click on Interest. And to get started with this session, let's spend about 20 minutes working through the skills profiler. When that's done, you can do the interest profiler. Let me show you what needs to be done in here. So if we click on the skills profiler, you guys can do the worksheet. All right, so we have the information here on what to do. So you can do that one, or we can do, let's see, select skills. Let's just do the same thing. Let's start here. So let's do the select skills tab. It should look like this. And all you're doing is dragging and dropping, depending on how satisfied you are with these skills. Okay. So again, that's in the skills profiler. We're going to skip down some. So let's do select skills. And then you're just dragging and dropping. Okay. If you don't need the full 20 minutes for that, when that's done, you can start your interest profile. Any questions on what to do for the first 20 minutes of this session?
But you can like connect it about doing a mock interview.
I don't know if I have to make an account
Or
All right. It doesn't seem like we have any questions, so go ahead and get going. We'll check back in at a little bit before 2. If you get done before, drop it in the chat and let me know, okay?
if you want to come next to me, and I can help you get a resume. How did you log into the computer? How did you log in?
I used my lunch number for my birthday.
Your lunch number and your birthday?
Rashawn, that's okay. I can show you again. So you are going to illinoisworknet.com.
Oh, those are login.
Can you guys mute your mics for me? All right, and then once you do that, you're going to my dashboard.
Okay, yeah.
Want to leave
And then interest,
All right.
skills profiler,
my dashboard.
How do you guys
and then the select skills option in red.
I just wiped it off. So if you want to go ahead and click into
Rashawn, did you get that? No. Okay. Rashawn, show me where you are. Show me your screen.
I don't see dashboard anywhere, but like this is what's on my screen. Oh my god. This is what's on my screen.
Okay, go ahead and log in.
Cooley. Mariah Cooley. Yeah. You don't have one? You can log into.
And then when you log in, you should see a yellow ribbon across the screen, and my dashboard should be first.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's do this for about 10 more minutes. We'll stop at 1:50, okay?
After you press dashboard, what do you press again to get onto it?
You go to interest.
One second. All right.
All right, and then you're going to go down to skills profiler.
Yep.
And then select skills. It's red.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Okay, for interest. My dashboard. Interest. Skills. Okay. Okay, I'm here.
How's everybody doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
So I'm just gonna send you a copy of mine. And you can just copy and paste. Yeah. And just enter it that way. Yeah. Okay. So if you go to your Gmail, that should be shared with you now. And you use your other email.
All right, you guys, as you wrap that up, don't forget to let me know if you're done. And go ahead and get the Padlet pulled up from this morning where you posted your jobs.
I'm all done with myself.
Okay. Thank you. All right, if you guys could come to a good stopping point with your WorkNet accounts, you know where it is now, so you can always go back into it. You'll always have access to those systems. If you could complete that skills profiler and the interest profiler as you move along through the program, that would be great. If you could check the chat and open up the Padlet here. We did this one this morning where we posted our jobs. Let's bring that, actually, wrong one. That's one for later. Let's do this. Click that one. So this morning, I told you guys to apply for or put down some jobs that you'd be interested in and include the link because you're going to have to apply for them and you're going to have to send me the confirmation. So let's do that now. So find your post. This is why it was important to have your names in them. Some are missing names, but I hope you can find them. Find your post, select your link, and go ahead and apply for the job that you're interested in. Okay. As you work through your applications, make sure that your spelling is correctly done. Make sure that your fonts are consistent. Make sure your capitalizations are where they're supposed to be. Okay. Make sure the email address that they are going to connect with you is professional. A school email address works or something with your name works best.
Despite your current GPA.
All right. So we're going back here one more time. Find your post, click on your link, and apply for the job that you're interested in. Once your application is successfully submitted, forward me the confirmation that you get from that company and just forward that to my email address. Any questions?
Okay. So for this worksheet, right? I can't edit.
Nyla, are you talking to me or someone else?
To you.
Okay, which
I can't
worksheet?
edit these. For skills worksheet, the first one.
Okay. For the skills worksheet, you should just be able to click on it and drag it over.
Yeah, I can drag it.
Let me see. Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the computer.
Okay, can you show it to me?
You can, when it opens up, you'll still have that tab.
Okay.
What's the thing that you do there?
Oh my God, this computer is freezing.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time. Okay, not that one. That's the wrong one. Get out of that one. Do you see the one in red?
Select skills.
Yep, do that one. And in that worksheet, you should be able to just drag and drop them over.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see it.
Okay, perfect.
Thank
All right,
you.
you guys, you're welcome. As you're doing your applications, remember this is the very first contact that they will have with you. So make sure that everything is done correctly, okay? Don't get turned away for a small spelling mistake or because of capitalization not being entered correctly. So take your time, make sure you fill it out completely in the right way. And don't forget, once that is submitted, to forward me a copy of the confirmation from the business.
We only filling out one, right?
Just one, yep. Just one. So you had to show 3 that you like, but we're only applying for 1.
That part later. Or is that the only one you have right now? Okay. It's, sorry, before COVID, the food stamp yeah, let's add that. Any little things like that. Is it just called like the Peoria Food Pantry? And what was it? Last couple of years. Okay. I'll just put it's like 2020, 20 Yeah. And I want to have you about that.
Do we have to fill up the boxes?
No, you don't have to fill them up totally.
Okay.
Yeah, Brayden, just one of the jobs that you posted on. Just one is fine.
You said they already had a job lined up for her? For Pierre?
All right, how's everybody doing? Are you guys wrapping up? Do you still need more time?
Yeah, I'm trying to be done.
Okay.
That's it. Because the W come record everything else is done. She had to cut off that clock.
Okay, I think I'm done.
All right, are we good to move on? Okay. I'm going to take the silence over this.
So do I get my results?
So usually what happens is after you submit your application, some companies may follow up with you with an assessment for you to take. Basically, it's like a personality assessment. Otherwise, they will review your application and they will follow up soon with the next steps. Okay?
Mhm.
All right. We are going to watch a video about dressing for success. So when we go to our interviews, tell me what you think is appropriate interview dress. What should you guys be wearing? Let's have a guy start. So guys, what are you going to wear to your interviews? What's interview appropriate attire? Are we going to wear like denim shorts? Is that appropriate?
No, I got it. So dress pants, dress shoes, belt, and a nice shirt.
Awesome. Thank you. A polo, nice shirt, dress pants, no jeans, not for your interviews. Preferably no gym shoes. Dress shoes would be best. Things that you would wear to church, like church shoes would be good. If you don't have some of these items, message me separately and let me know, and I can hook you up with someone who can get those for you. Just let me know the sizes and what it is exactly that you need, okay? Now for the ladies, what are some things that you guys think are appropriate for your interview attire? What would you wear?
Well, I don't really like bell bottoms, but I guess I just wear like a nice, presentable shirt, some bell bottoms, and some flats.
Okay. So try not to wear like bell-bottom jeans, right? So maybe like if you have some dark slacks, maybe some bell-bottom slacks or something. They can be skinny leg too. They don't have to flare out at the bottom. But
Okay.
definitely try to go for like khaki or black or navy pants, closed-toed shoes. If you do wear sandals, let's try to not have flip-flops on, but have like the strap behind your heel. Those kind of sandals. A nice blouse, you know, something with the collar always works well. Okay. So you guys are going to watch a quick video and we're going to look at some examples of what our classmates have told us that they would wear for an interview. All right, so this isn't to put anyone on the spot or anything. We're just going to use these as learning opportunities, and then you guys will post your own too. Okay, so this is what you guys are going to do after your video if you haven't done it already. You're going to post some things that you would wear to an interview. So here was my example of a do and a don't, but both of them can be critiqued. Okay, so we see a dress with a sweater on top, and then we see a crop top with high-waisted jeans. Here is one from Nakai. All right, of course, iron it. He won't be wrinkled. But let's look at this one. What do you think about this dress and this sweater? Would this be appropriate to wear for an interview? What do you guys think? Yes or no?
Sorry, I was listening to the video.
That's okay.
What was the question?
Looking at this dress, would this be an appropriate interview outfit?
I mean, yeah, that would be presentable, I guess.
Yeah. So for me, I am a little bit taller, so this dress comes up a little bit above my knee. So that would just be my only concern. We want our skirts to at least be knee length or longer. If I were to wear this, I would wear leggings or something underneath it, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say at least like have something underneath.
All right, good. The jeans with the crop top, we don't want to do that for when we don't want to wear jeans at all. And then we definitely don't want to expose any skin. So that second option that I posted would not be okay. What about this one? Look at this
Well,
outfit.
I got something to say real quick. I
Yeah.
submitted 8 applications for Home Depot for different positions.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I submitted 8 different applications for Home Depot for different
Awesome.
positions.
Good.
So how did I send that to you? I just took a picture of it.
Just email the picture to me.
All right.
All right,
Sorry.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so look at this one on my screen. We have a graphic t-shirt, it looks like some dark denim jeans and some sandals. What do you guys think about this?
I don't think that's gonna work.
What's wrong with this one? It's cute.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like
It's not presentable.
it's not because it got like words on it cuter than you. I at least go like in a plain shirt or like a shirt with flowers or something.
Okay. Yeah, so we want to try to stay away from like graphic shirts, right? So we don't want to see any phrases or anything on our shirts when we interview. What about the shoes? I wear flip-flops all day, but is that okay for an interview?
I mean, they pretty, but like you said, it at least have to have a strap on the back or something.
Awesome. Very good. Okay, so let's do one more and then I'll turn you guys loose for the video and then you can upload your own. Let's look at this one. I don't think I've checked this one yet. What do you guys think? Black Vans or black and white forces and some jeans shorts and a button-up top.
I mean, the shirt, I guess, is nice.
Okay. The shirt
I
is
don't know.
nice.
I don't know how to feel. Cause like the shirt, it's a button-up shirt, so it's kind of presentable. But it's like you don't want to go in looking like how you look every day. You want to go looking like they know that you're like, you want to go look professional. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. So let's try not to wear shorts to an interview, period. Okay. It is summertime and I know it's hot and we just want to be comfortable, but let's not wear shorts. Okay. We can maybe do some black jeans, but let's try to do black slacks. Okay. And then we want to do dress shoes. I love Vans too. I love them, but we're not for an interview. So let's try not to wear those. Again, if you do have concerns about what to wear or if you need anything, please let us know so we can arrange that for you guys. But after the video, you all are going to post what you would wear. So you would just go to the link, click this plus sign in the green circle, and you can upload a video of you showing an outfit. If you don't want to upload a video, take a picture and email it to me, or you can describe what you would wear in writing and email it to me that way. Okay? Sound good? All right. Let me go ahead. Did I post the YouTube video? Lanaya, you're fine, hon. Take your time. All right. Again, I'll play the video, but I don't think you guys can hear it when I do it. So take some time to watch it on your own. If you can watch and assemble an outfit together, that would be awesome. We may be able to get out of here a little sooner, but no worries if you can't. It's okay. So we're going to watch a video. We'll come back. You guys will post your outfit and send that to me some way, and then we'll keep it moving. Any questions?
Mm-mm.
All right. Just let me know, I guess, when you guys are done in chat. Just drop a quick message and we can keep going.
Is it about a page?
right, let me know when you guys get done with that video so we can talk about it for a bit. All right, so keep watching if you're not done with it, but it's just important to pay attention to some of the information that was shared in that video. So most of the time people get promoted based off of their work, ethic, but also based off of their presentation, right? So if you dress for the job that you want, not necessarily the job that you have. That was something that I learned when I worked in a different position before becoming a teacher. So sometimes you just need to step it up a little bit, especially if you're in a job that doesn't require a uniform. Just make sure that every day you are presenting yourself in the best possible light, right? So remember, khakis are a great option, especially in summer with it being so hot. So khakis are good. um, Dark colored dress pants are a good choice. And then usually, I'm stumbling over my words, a shirt with a collar is also good for interviews. Okay. I do see some comments where some of you need stuff, and that's fine. Please just email me after class so I don't forget about it and let me know your sizes. All right. So after the video, please send me a picture or a video of what you would wear to your interview, and you will get points for that too.
I gotta see what I have at home because I don't really have like fancy clothes.
That's okay. That's okay. And being like high school students, like when do you really ever have to dress up like that, right? So it's okay if you don't have it. I remember in high school I wore hoodies and sweatpants even like now in the summer. So
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. Just let us know so that we can make sure you do have what you need to feel comfortable when you're going in, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you guys, I feel pretty confident that you guys can post that without us taking time to do it now. You can definitely still do it now and listen. I just want to make sure we get through everything. In about an hour, we will have Mrs. Chapman hop on and give you your next steps. So I just want to make sure that we have everything done before then, okay? All right, so again, do wear dress shoes. Please don't wear Forces or Jordans or your Vans to your interview. You do want to look different than how you look normally, right? So pay attention to that. And make sure, like, if you have facial hair, you are, nicely shaven for your interview. If you're going to wear accessories like earrings or bracelets, make sure they're done tastefully. I love huge hoops. I wear them all the time. I also have my nose pierced, all about that stuff. But like at your interview, let's maybe wear like, some stud earrings, diamond earrings, or smaller hoops than we normally would. Um, People are pretty relaxed with piercings, but if you can take out like your nose rings or tongue rings or anything like that, do that for your interview. A nice watch is always a good statement piece to wear for men and women, so that looks good too. Um, and just make sure everything is clean and ironed. All of that is taken care of. Okay.
Did you receive the resume that I sent through the email?
Is this Nyla? Who am I talking to?
Yeah, it's Nyla.
Yeah, let me check real quick.
I had to make sure I put the email in right and send it to you.
Yep, I got you. Good job.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, yep, got it. So what I'm doing is I'm forwarding your resumes over to our director, and she's going to connect you guys with your job coaches if you haven't already met them. And then they'll go over your interview, not your, well, your interviews, yeah, but your resumes with you too. Okay, so don't forget to either post on Flipgrid with your interview outfit or email it to me, whatever you would like to do. All right. So we will do this at the end. I just want you guys to get all of your information. If you haven't done this Casey Life Skills Assessment, we'll take some time later to do that. All right. You and your success coach will work together to do mock interviews. All right. Does anyone already have familiarity with this? Have you done this before? Do you know what I'm talking about? What's a mock interview?
Oh, it's when you practice how, like, they're going to ask you questions and you're going to tell them about where you want to be in 5 years. It's just basically like an interview, but practice.
Yeah, good. What's the point of practicing? Like,
So
why do you
you
need this step?
can get better and
Exactly.
just, you know, what to face when you know what is going to happen when it comes to the actual point.
Right. Good. Thank you. Who has already been on an interview before?
Me.
Yeah. How was your first one? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Like, what do you wish that you would have known before interviewing? Is there anything?
I gotta think. Not sure.
Take your time.
Um, yeah, I'm not really sure,
That's
to
okay.
be honest with you.
That's all right. Do you remember the questions they asked you at your interview?
Obviously, like previous job history, your work, if you have good work ethic, what you did at your job, obviously, and how you deal with, I don't know, just a bunch of stuff.
That's okay. That's okay. No worries at all. But basically, they do ask those questions like, tell me about your last job. If you
Mhm.
don't have a job, then you'll tell them about your last like volunteer experience or something like that, right? Or they may say, well, tell me about a time when you worked on a project at school with someone if you don't work. Okay. Um, the most important question that they do ask though is like the tell me about yourself question. And so
Yeah,
we'll
that's
get to
true.
that in a second. You want to make sure you have that thing nailed down. Like you need to know exactly what to say. They ask it in some type of format, right? So make sure that you know that. We're going to look at the do's and don'ts of mock interviews real quick. We'll come back together and then we'll take it to the next activity. This video is not long at all. So look at this, and then we'll come back together. All right, you guys, how you doing? We still watching? All right, you guys, let's keep it moving. Go ahead and pause the video if you aren't done. You can go back to it and finish it up, but I think we pretty much get the gist of it, right? So prepare for your mock interview as if you are going to the real thing, right? So even if it happens to be virtual, which it may be, make sure that your shirt is dressed like work appropriate. So, nice collared shirt or nice blazer with like a plain t-shirt underneath or something, just something decent that we can see from like your shoulders up. Make sure your hair is nicely combed. Okay, thank you, Lanaya. And, just make sure that you look presentable, right? This is your first impression. A lot of the times with our regular interviews, like if you just walk in and you don't look the part, like they are not going to be interested in anything that you have to say. So let's just get in the habit of looking as if we want the job, especially when we're practicing. Cool? Awesome. All right, so when we go through our mock interviews, you guys have the packet in that email that I sent you last night, but your job coach may give you another if you need it. And we're not going to actually do this. I just want you guys to have information. So, thing that your future boss, we'll just claim that, might ask you to do is to tell them a little bit about the company. All right. This is so important. Why do you guys think? Why do they want to know that you've researched them?
Because
Are you
They
talking
don't want
about
you to
job?
apply for that job not knowing anything about it.
Right,
You want
exactly.
to know
So
what you're gonna. You want to know what you're gonna be dealing with, and so.
and you want to know what kind of company you are going to be working for, right? I would, I would want to know that the company that I'm going to work for, gives back to the community. Like that's important to me. Like I would want to know that the company that I worked for, maybe their startup story, something like that. But they also want to know that you have that interest in them. Okay. So let's say that you're going to work for Walmart, and they may or may not do this, and let's say that Walmart's whole thing is that they get all of their fruits and vegetables from local farmers in the area. They probably don't, but let's just use that for an example. That is something that would make you stand out if you knew that going into the interview, right? So they want to know that you did some research on them. If you are going to work for Kohl's, and Kohl's sends all of their shoe proceed money to kids in Africa who don't have shoes, like that's something that you want to let them know that you researched and you found out about them. Okay, so definitely as you guys start to get calls to schedule interviews, research the companies and see what their mission statement is, see what they do, see where they invest their money. Okay, and then be prepared to talk about that when they ask you to tell me something about the company. Okay. Here, you may not be able to see it. It may be small on the screen, but you do have this in the packet. Here are some interview questions that are usually asked. Okay. So look through these, and I'm going to ask for volunteers to answer some of these for me. All right. So let's do number 3. Tell me about a time, or tell me how you handle conflict.
I could for a second, and then
How do you handle
How you?
conflict?
Mm,
How would you answer that?
but it's okay. Are
I don't
you
even
in
know.
business or you don't have to be right now?
Did you tell them about the
Okay.
time, like
If you could
you
just
and
send
your
me a
boyfriend got into an
picture of like the
argument
best
and
interpretation of
this
what
and this
you're
happened and
saying.
now you aren't together anymore? Like, would you tell them
No,
about that kind of story? Like,
because it
what?
Ignore
wouldn't
them.
matter. It
Right? They
wouldn't
don't.
matter.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They don't want it to be personal. Like, how would you answer that then?
Um, maybe I could tell them. That's a hard question. Maybe the last job I worked at, maybe some of the people didn't agree with the ideas that I had. So I'm finding a better job with people who would agree with how I think.
Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. Um, I'm going to mute real quick because I hear other people talking in the background and it's throwing me off. So 1 second. Okay, that's a good start. So what you want to do, usually the questions that they ask, they'll ask them in a framework that's like, tell me about a time when, right? So tell me about a time when you had to handle conflict. So what you want to do is use the STAR method, so STAR, and basically what you're going to do is describe the scenario. So describe the situation, and then you're going to tell them the action that you took, and then what was the result of that action, right? So if I say, hey, can you tell me about a time that you had to handle conflict? You would say, well, one time I was working in a group and they did not like the thoughts that I brought to the table. To handle that, I explained why I felt this way. And to resolve the issue, we decided to make a compromise and everybody's input was valued, right? So like, I know the situation, I know the action that you took. You explained your side of the story. And then as a result, you guys compromised and came together as a team so that everybody felt heard. Like, I get that. Okay, does that make sense? I muted you guys, so just let me know in chat or unmute
Yeah.
yourselves.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
It makes sense.
it makes
Good.
sense.
Good. And so these are very, very standard interview questions. So we want you guys to be prepared. We don't want to send you guys out there and they'll ask you a question and you're just like having no idea what to say, right? So that's why you have this packet. We want you guys to start formulating things now. All right. Tell me about a goal you failed to achieve. What would you guys say for that?
So like, maybe you wanted, maybe a person wanted to like work at their dream job, but they didn't get hired.
Tell me about
Yeah.
and what you did.
Okay. So how would you use the STAR method? So the situation, the action, and the result to explain this. So the goal was to get your dream job, but you didn't get it. So how could you like frame that using the STAR method?
Mm. Okay, I guess
So,
I do have to say a little more.
mhm.
Okay. Um,
So tell me the situation. What happened?
so maybe I went to the interview and I guess I didn't have kind of what they were looking for.
Okay.
And what did